And off we go from Denver. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Play action. It's Wilson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch them.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
In his own end zone, it's Lance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, we're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bills send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. They go play action with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
Here's a give up the middle.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills 1st down. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, right?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra. On the ball. Hey.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down and 4. Lance throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Ready. Hey, go through.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run the option left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Broncos nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Wilson sacks. A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A first throw for the backup Palmer.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Lance now on first down.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
And Lance again going to keep it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They go play action with Palmer. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The drive will start with an option going left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Lance. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! Reggie Gilliam, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively that Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Going to be rail.
On play action, Lance.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
Broncos nothing. Tyler Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Palmer on first down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Up the middle, here's McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They go play action now. Palmer. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Throwing now, Palmer on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can get that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it is 42-0.
Broncos nothing. Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go again to McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Play action. It's Palmer on the move to his left.
Got his man. It's Dulcich.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a first down on that last catch as well. Now Lance on the option right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts of a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Hey, check mega.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And a loose football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. For this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
They're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. They'll try the right side with McCoy.
Detroit pride that time, gets the tackle.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Here's Palmer.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
One last shot for Palmer. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bills...
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't many them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, 8, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Let's go. I am the prince. You seen it making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the prince. You seen it making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. Good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, but I pushed the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the prince. You seen it making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. record show.